So I totally forgot to do one of these for the last episode, but that's okay. So here we are. Welcome back to episode number 5. We've got the folks, Lorelei, Grim, and Dasrick. Back at it again in the Grim Hall campaign. This time we are continuing through Dreamtown as Octavian sends them on a quest to enter, infiltrate, and dismantle someone's dream before they disrupt Dreamtown entirely. Can the party do it? Excuse the mess. We're packing up. We're getting ready to move. Myself and Z are, well, she's already there, but that's besides the point. I hope you enjoy the episode. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Leave a like if you really enjoy it. Leave a comment if you're curious on how it's going to go. I don't know. Anything happens in there, you're like, whoa, what is this? Blah, blah, blah. You think I did a good job? Give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. And also, ring the notification bell. Our videos only go up every second Sunday at the moment, but I'm trying to get some stuff. Anyway, this intro's gone on long enough. I hope you enjoy the show, and I will see you at the end. Bye. Last we left our heroes, one was getting crooked at the finishing of a solo and went to their room with their ale, their wine, and their spirit.
It's food.
yeah.
They're not food.
As well as a
Hell
little bit
agreed.
of food. You had some soup or something.
Hell agreed.
So, we're going to start things off there as you take a sip of your wine. And it tastes oddly like ale. You're like, oh, maybe I picked up the wrong cup. And you lay the cup down. And you pick up your spirit. And you drink it. And it tastes like ale.
I hate this.
And you lay that down.
I hate this.
And you pick up your ale. And
I swear to God.
it tastes like ale.
Okay.
All drinks are ale. Noted.
Lorelei is only going to drink the ale.
Yes.
She will not drink the other things.
Abuser.
Okay.
She refuses to indulge in this nonsense.
Now that meme is over. Last session, we entered Dreamtown. You guys met an old lady with a cat. She seemed to know an awful lot about you, even though she's never met you before. And wished you the best of luck. As she disappeared through a portal that you can no longer travel back through. After that, Grim, our lovely friend, has decided that he was going to throw a bottle through the portal to see if it would go back to the other realm. It did not. Hit someone on the back of the head, at which point they turned into what seems to be, and could only be described as a reddish purplish cloud. I believe that is the description on those. I
mean, you are a game master, so as you say, it shall be.
Yeah. Oh, yep. Shades of
That's
reds and purple. Look at that. I remembered.
Look at you remembering things.
Okay. So anyway, long story short, a couple of these people then morphed into these clouds and attacked you. Grim was attacked by a dream. That's what he could best describe this as. Of a very large dog, which
Dream.
seemingly knocked him unconscious.
I would phrase as nightmare, but okay.
So, after that, you guys dealt with the remaining relatively quickly and without too much effort before Octavian Dreamwalker stepped into the fray. And for those of you who do not remember who he is, I believe this is him. This is him.
Yes.
As he walked out and met you with a flick of a wrist, dissipated the remaining little floofs that were trying to reform into nightmares. As Oh, I'm trying to remember everything that happened now.
Can I call him Animal Control?
You can certainly call him whatever you like.
Excellent.
So he.
I'm just gonna call him Daddy. I mean, what?
Oh God. He
Oh yeah.
took you on a tour of the town and described to you what the place was. You guys didn't. I don't think you guys asked a whole lot of questions in particular. And then he offered you a way out in exchange for a couple of favors. At which point, you guys were led to the tavern, and you retired for the evening, listening to the lovely tales of one Piotr, the town bard, where he played you a nice solo called Shark Attack. One of Octavian's favorites, actually.
Why am I picturing Baby Shark in fantasy times?
Fantasy Shark, if it was like the solo to Painkiller.
Oh, that's much different.
Yeah.
Okay, Zara, I love that.
Yeah.
Well, too bad she doesn't know she loves it because she left early.
Exactly. Well, no, technically she left after the climax of the Shark Attack, which is it's just 2 minutes of him shredding his loot when he screams Shark Attack at the end as he hits one last strum and walked off stage. So that is where we leave you guys. Do you sleep for the night, or do you have anything that you would like to do first?
I do want to just also add, I believe, did I have to pick up my weapons in the morning, or did I get them already?
That was a next day thing.
That was the next day thing.
Oh, I had homework I didn't do.
Well,
That's okay.
guess what you don't get?
Anything.
No
It's
trolls
fine.
for you.
No
That's
skills.
fine.
Okay. No, Dazark is after the rendition of Shark Attack. He's probably just gonna retire to his room.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, Lorelai's just gonna go to sleep.
Sounds good.
Yeah, Grim is gonna do the same. Although I keep forgetting if Grim can sleep or not.
Technically not, but I mean, that's up to you.
Yeah. All right.
It could be like a form of
just-
meditation, like the elves, except, takes a full 8 hours.
Yeah.
I actually don't know. I don't remember how that works for your rate.
I don't remember.
Probably look-
More homework for you, Silver.
No, that's homework for the DM.
I'll write down the homework.
That's homework for the DM more than anything, but I'll let you enlighten me.
I do it right now, but I'm sharing the screen this time, so I cannot.
Totally okay. I will not hold it against you, and I will just say you can meditate for 4 hours, and then you're good to go. That's your long rest.
Sounds great.
You will have...
Actually, you know exactly what I do
Elven-
every time?
What's that?
Every time I go to sleep, I just read the holy symbol that I has.
Sounds good to me.
Cover to cover. That's how I rest.
All right. The main thing is it can't be like laboring activities. So like you can't be doing something like physical. Like reading a book is fine.
Yeah.
Or reading through your focus is fine. Just in general, like you can't be making a camp and it count as your 4 hours. But anyway, that's besides the point. That is just a ruling we're gonna go with. So remember that from now on. As morning comes along and the sun peeks up over the sides of the buildings, you all just kind of hit that moment of, wait a minute. Oh, right, this place isn't real. As we, just give me 1 second, let me get a good...
You know what? The more I look at this map, the more I love it.
Yep.
It is a lovely map.
All right. Actually, we're gonna put the Okay. It's a great map. So as you guys come to in the morning, Lorelei, you hear a knock at your door.
She's gonna just and just get up out of bed
Okay.
and open the door. What?
In front of you stands Octavian. Well-mannered. One hand behind his back and the other kind of in front. Almost like a butler. And he just kind of smirks at you and says, some manners would be appreciated. Wake your friends. Got things to do if you're keen on leaving. And then he turns.
Woke me up. Why not you wake up them?
He turns on his heel and walks downstairs.
Ah. She's gonna start mumbling underneath her breath. Lorelei's not pleased. And she's just gonna go back into her room.
Theme for episode 3, probably theme for episode 4.
And get ready, pick up all of her stuff, and go find where Grim and Daz are staying, and just give each door just one solid bang, and then just goes downstairs.
Okay, Grim is in the room opposite you, and Daz will be the next one down. You are each startled, perhaps, by a very loud thud at the door.
Grim is just gonna take his maul and do a little rap on the door back before, and listening for something before he comes out and explores.
Yeah, Lorelei's already downstairs. She didn't wait around.
Isaac's just gonna take his time. Like, he doesn't care that there was a knock on his door. He's gonna wake up and then just slowly get ready.
Okay, Grim is just gonna go downstairs because he's still good.
Right. Excuse me. Yep. You guys head downstairs. Lorelei is down there first. As you turn the corner down the stairwell, I don't really have a map for inside of the tap. I apologize for that, but as you turn down the stairwell, you're greeted with the same fairly large room. This is an intense song that was not supposed to be playing.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
This is like some EDM. I was like, what's happening?
Why didn't that loop? That was supposed to
Party
loop.
went all night. Let's go.
Woo!
That was supposed the original one was supposed to loop. It didn't loop.
Come on, Grim's gonna start the bass, take them all, and just boom, boom on the ground to a steady
The
beat.
bard's really getting into it, guys.
Hell yeah!
All right. So, as you turn the corner, you see the same long rectangular room, scattered tables about, and the bar at the far end. And the room is mostly empty. There's just a few of the barmaids working behind the counter. And other than that, it is just a very long table, which wasn't there the night before. And Octavian is sitting at the far end, sipping a small cup of tea. And he motions for one chair that is positioned on the left side of the table for you to sit at. And as the other two make their way down the stairs, he motions towards the other two chairs. Very big table, very few chairs.
Okay, Grim is going to get up on a chair and stand on the chair so he can see the whole area of this big table.
All right. How about the rest of you? You take your seat?
Yeah, Lorelei will take her seat.
Isaac will take a seat.
As you do, he kind of gives a little clap of his hands as plates and food just manifest themselves in front of you. Please enjoy yourselves. This could be one of the last times you'll have such a great meal.
Are you expecting us to die or?
Well, no, you know what's on the other side of the river, right?
No.
Your home? Barren, sunless. That is where you want to go, correct?
Yeah, I mean, yes, it is. I don't know. Like that felt like something you could have brought up yesterday.
I think he meant last meal here, as in one he could just conjure out of nowhere.
No, I think he is just rather pretentious, no? He has this very high and mighty attitude about him that is not flattering.
Interesting, coming from somebody.
Takes one to know one, no?
I mean, I agree with Lorelai here.
He smirks, and as he does so, the portion size of your food begins to shrink, Lorelai, and Grim, yours gets a little bit bigger.
Well, this is awkward. Grim kind of looks at the food and just drinks whatever drink is there, but can't really eat anything. Because, you can't eat.
Oh, I know. He doesn't know that.
So,
but
he's drinking for lubrication, and that's it.
Oh,
Oh, I
jeez.
hate that.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
You took it there. It was not me. You filthy people.
We all know what you meant.
Okay. While we eat and play the song and dance of whatever this is, when you arrived yesterday, I prompted you with an option. I gave you the evening to think about it. Even paid for your stay. What are your opinions?
I mean, it's not like we have much of a choice, no?
I mean, you could stay here.
Yeah,
I don't want that.
I don't really think option is the right word here. We're gonna do it, I'm sure, but option's a weird word to use.
You almost sense, like... Actually, no. Roll a perception check.
Everybody?
Yeah, sure. If you're proficient in insight, I'll allow you to make that instead.
Nope. I'm proficient in perception, so...
Why want mine?
Bam!
Shapam.
I am not in any of them.
Actually, the correct thing for you as a bard is you are now technically proficient in everything.
What?
That little half circle means you are half proficient in everything.
I didn't know that. I've never played a bard before.
Yeah.
All right, well, fuck it. Let's do. What was it? Perception or
Insight, whatever
Insight.
whatever you like.
Both are wisdom based, so they should be the same.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. All right, boom.
All right.
There you go.
All right. So Daz, you're just fisting food in your face at this point.
right.
Grim and specifically Lorelai, however, noticed that comment about it not being an option might have possibly offended him. He's very proud of the town that he's built.
Good.
So, specifically, Daz's words may have just hurt this man.
Lorelai has a knowing smirk on her face as she looks over to him.
Grim, noticing this, is just gonna pass his food over to Daz so he can shovel more food in his face.
Daz looks up at Grim, kind of shrugs, and then like pulls the plate in front of his and just continues eating.
I love it. All right. Well, as we discussed, I will give you the details again in case you've forgotten. Dreamers here in town have started to become restless. I can't have them become restless because when they become restless, they turn into nightmares, and you've already encountered the nightmares. Trust me, they don't get easier to fight.
Do they become less dog-like, hopefully?
I don't know what you're talking about, but
When did we face a dog? What? Are you okay?
Well, I wasn't then. I'm better now.
I am
Let's move on, shall we?
pretty powerful here in Dreamtown, but I don't seem to be powerful enough to curb the subconscious of some of these dreamers. And if I tamper too much, it just gets worse. So, my question...
You're looking for more powerful people, more capable people to solve your problem then, no?
Well, no, I more so... Yeah, what he said. I more so need someone disposable. In case something happens. You know.
I like
More
your
like
last description a little better.
Lorelai gets a sour look on her face.
It should be relatively straightforward. I don't know what's going on inside their sleep, but if you solve it from within, they become happy, I become happier, you go home. Pretty simple.
So how many of these people are we going to have to make happier before we gain our ticket across the river?
There are several in town. You could help them. That is when we will come back to this conversation and go from there. Now, there is the key thing. I mentioned this yesterday, but just in case, I cannot risk you forgetting this. Do not tell the dreamers that they are dreaming. This could tear their minds apart entirely, creating some cognitive dissonance. And it would just be such a pain. He smiles weakly at that last sentence.
So, do we have to take these on, like, help these people one by one? Can we help multiple at once?
No, it will be one at a time. If you go in by yourselves, you will surely die.
All right, how about we get one out of the way and then reconvene to see how exactly hard the task will be. I know every dream is going to be different, yada yada, but at least we'll have a better understanding of the process.
I like you. Straight to the point.
Ah, shucks.
Lorelai rolls her eyes.
Dazok's probably finishing his food at this point. So when are we gonna get started? If we've got multiple people to help, I want to get this over with. I want to get out of here.
Okay. Well, there are some key things you'll need to know. You'll need this as he pulls out what looks to be like a sleep mask and slides it across the table. Which, weirdly enough, like the table is probably 8 feet long, but it seems to still find its way like right in front of all of you. And like the three of you are sat at the other end of the table and he is at the head, if you will.
Well,
all you need to do, put on the mask, be in physical contact with one another and the dreamer's body, and you enter the dream.
Where is the
Okay.
first person that we need to help? I want to get this over with as fast as possible. The sooner we can get out of this horrid place.
Okay. The first that you'll need to track down is a gentleman by the name of Anatole. He's a large man, short, dark hair, and very friendly. Typically, from when I've seen him around town, he wears very light, loose-fitting clothing. I'm fairly certain they're just pajamas.
You don't know where this man lives?
No. He's pretty consistently wandering through town. During the night, at which point, I don't know, he's almost as if he's looking for something. And then he goes home and goes to sleep during the day. So, if you can figure out where his home is, that should be enough. He should be asleep when you get there. Be careful not to wake him up.
All right. Can you give us a detailed map of this area so we can kind of cross off common areas like this tavern? And we've been to a couple shops already, but if we can get at least a paper in hand, we'll be able to know what's someone's home and what's an actual store. Hopefully, cutting the time for this process.
I believe, I don't know for sure, but I do believe that his... Oh, just one moment. Annabelle, do you know roughly where Anatole would live? And just a small halfling lady peeks her head up over the counter and just says, "Oh, he's I believe he lives down next to Blade Turners. You can check down there." There you go. That's the best I have. For
Okay.
your own knowledge, if you die in the dream, you will die. There's nothing I can do to prevent that.
I mean, who really knows at this point whether we'll really die or not? Probably been the purgatory ones.
You haven't
Who
left,
knows?
my
Maybe
friend.
we'll go back. Oh, cool. That works too. I don't know anything anymore.
This is just the... how do we say this? Nicer side. The select few, if you will.
I think some of my colleagues might disagree with this being the nicer side. But anyway, so how does the mask work? Do we put it on the sleeping person, and do we have to be in a specific room for all
You
of
do
us?
not listen, do you? He said, put their mask on, make sure we're all touching, and then touch the person who is sleeping. Open your ears.
I can't really open things. They're just stationary.
Have we been to Blade Turners yet?
Yes.
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 Okay. Lorelai's just gonna like kind of stand up and be like, enough with this chit chat. If you wish to stay here and talk with this fool a little longer, you may. I am going to go see where this fool lives. And then she just walks out the door.
I need to go to Heat Waker, and then we can go.
Daz, can you catch her and stop her for a sec? I still haven't got my armor on yet.
She can, if she wants to go, she could go. That's not my problem.
Oh, we're all going to die in a dream. I'm gonna put on my armor and I'll meet you close to Bladeworks.
Alright, I'm gonna go to Heat Waker, and then I'll meet you guys at Blade Turners. Don't die before I get there.
I should... It'll be more fun for you to figure it out on your own. Have fun! And he leans back and kicks his feet up on the table.
Dad's gonna tell me, is there something else we should know? I'd rather know everything we should know.
Grim has had enough of these games and is going up to the room and putting on his armor before asking any more questions.
Are you just gonna stand there? Or sit there?
Yes.
This place fucking sucks. And Daz is gonna walk out.
Ah! I love Daz.
As you go to step out the door, almost as if like the bottom of the door lifts up and creates a lip at the bottom. Roll me a dexterity saving throw. You know exactly what I'm referring to because you've spent time on things that have doors like this.
Okay, Grim is walking down the stairs with his armor on as Dazlurk leaves.
I don't see my. Oh wait, here it is.
Yeah, if you open your character sheet and click.
You said Dex saving throw or check?
Save. All right. As you go to step out through the door, you actively lifting your feet as you step instead of shuffling your feet along the floor. Get out the door fine. Nothing happens to you.
Does Daz notice anything weird happen with the door? Like, does he like kind of jump out of the way, or does he just walk normally?
You just walk normally.
Okay.
With your passive perception, you don't notice anything happening. But
Sounds good.
Grim probably would. What's your passive perception? 13? Yeah, you'd see like the bottom part of the door kind of lift up about like 6 inches and then drop back down. You don't really know why it did that, but you just saw it do that.
Well, Grim is going to assume it was the Octavian, and just kind of take a small, have a like cheers motion with the head up high, like see you soon, and then walk out the door.
Before you step out the door, he kind of sings out to you and says, "I like you. Pinch your face to leave." And then, as you step out, the door kind of closes behind you, and you guys are good.
Excellent.
I also want it to be known, just for our knowledge, that was told to us last session because I have a note of it, so Daz would know that.
Okay.
So if Daz does it, I'm not meta gaming.
You're good. I couldn't remember if I actually did tell you or not, but
No, that's
well,
fine. Like
I
makes
didn't
sense.
remember, so that works out well.
I was just
Okay.
reading through my notes and I seen it there, so I wasn't sure if that was what he was gonna say or not. But
Okay. In Grimm's Flaw, scared of doggos, memory, shit.
like that a
I
lot.
like it.
Good notes.
Great note.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, well, Daz is gonna go to Heatwakers and grab his swords, I guess.
Okay.
Grim is just gonna head to Blade Turners and kind of look for Lorelei, but just basically chill outside of the store.
Sounds good to me. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so as you enter Heatwaker, description. The elven man behind the counter waves out to you. Says, "Welcome back. Happy to have you."
Yes, thanks. I'm sorry, but I'm in a bit of a rush. Did you get my weapons all taken care of?
Absolutely. They were in pretty rough shape, if you don't mind me saying, but here you go. And he presents your swords wrapped in like a leather wrap and puts them on the counter.
Dasric is just gonna like open it up to inspect them, and assuming it looks like a good job is done, he's gonna.
They look newer than you ever remember them being.
Daz is gonna kind of get like a little wide-eyed, like he's very excited to see the swords in such good shape. He's gonna take one and like really look at it and admire it, put it into his hilt and say, "Thank you very much."
Yeah, no problem. And tell Bronson that he can suck it. And he turns around and goes right back to the forge.
Daz is just kind of gonna look like, what do I do here? And then just gonna turn around and like, this place is getting on my nerves. And then he's gonna go to the blade turners, like outside. He's gonna look for Grim and Lorelei.
Yeah, they're not hard to find. They're just doing their thing.
Oh, I found Lorelei, I guess. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, girl. Hey.
No.
No.
The floor is yours.
And spells. No.
You guys are standing outside of Blade Turners, which is, if I'm just going to, I think I remember it being the third one down.
Sure.
Don't fully remember if I said that or not. What would you guys like to do from here?
Grim is just gonna have a quick look on the front of the house and see if there are any kind of windows
Okay.
of which to see in through.
Feel free to roll me a perception check.
Bam. See. Nailed it. I don't know
Nice.
what windows are.
You're too short. You can't even see through them if you wanted to.
Lorelei's gonna go in the blade turners.
Yep.
What was the guy's name again? Sorry.
Bronson.
Bronson.
Yes. A half orc. Fairly large, but relatively soft spoken. As he sees you enter, he says, "Oh, hello. Welcome to Blade Turners.
I'm looking for someone named Bronson.
I'm
He lives around here.
Bronson.
Is this clearly the guy we're looking for?
No, the guy you're looking for, his name is
No.
Anatole.
Oh, you did not. Okay, you did not answer my question then. Sorry.
I misunderstood your question. I thought you were talking
Yeah,
about this
sorry.
guy.
No.
not
No,
who
no,
you're
no,
looking
no, the guy
I
we were
also
looking
thought
for.
that.
Sorry, that's my bad. What do you say his name? Anatole?
Okay.
Mhm.
Where's Lorelei's character sheet? Memory. Shit.
for.
Shut up.
I think that's more of Z's.
That's
character.
more of a Z thing. Yeah. Oh yeah. So she's gonna be looking for a man named Anatole.
Oh,
He lives around here.
yeah. Down the road, fairly large house. Can't miss him. You didn't come to buy anything?
No. And then she walks and leaves.
Oh,
Daz is gonna go in. He's gonna kind of look at Bronson. Say, sorry to bother you, but I have a message for you from the guy from Heatwaker.
oh.
Yeah, he said to suck it. So I don't know if that's like an industry term or something, but that's what he told me to tell you. So
I forgot about that.
So-
Okay. Thank you for letting me know. And he just
I
kind
don't
of turns and steps behind like a curtain that's drawn around the back of the room.
Daz is gonna kind of like be like, "Oh yeah, I did it. I did what I was supposed to do," and just kind of like joyfully walk out. No problem.
And as you do so, you just hear the sounds of weeping from behind.
Sure,
Also-
stop making me feel super bad for this character that
Also,
doesn't exist.
Grim is starting to get sick of how rude Daz and Lorelei are being in this world. So he's going to attempt to trip Dazderic as he's confidently walking out of the store.
Okay. Contested strength check.
I
Versus
did athletics.
Oh, yikes.
Athletics works. Roll me a deck
Okay.
save.
Do I have to do dex or can I choose strength?
Well, technically, to save from a trip is the dex.
Would it be okay? But would it be acrobatics or a dex saving?
You could do
throw?
acrobatics if you want to do acrobatics, I guess. Still not enough, and you're gonna faceplant.
Okay. Dazric is going to get up and get right up at Gribb's face. Can I fucking help you?
You just have to look down, man. I'm always down here. Not my fault you're too tall.
How about if you got a problem, you just tell me instead of trying to trick me? Is that all you can do?
No, not at all. But I figured Octavian would be happy if I helped him out with his earlier attempt.
Can't wait till I'm out of this place. I don't have to deal with you anymore. Don't have to deal with this shit anymore.
The infighting is real, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So they would have described to you, Lorelei, a fairly large house at the end of the way, which you could only presume is that one.
Lorelei's gonna go down that one and probably walk around the back. That's like not really anywhere in view of anything else.
Okay.
And just look to see if there's a low window or a back door or something.
The back door.
Grim is going to follow.
Um,
I'm just gonna try and open it, see if it's locked.
it is locked.
Everybody needs a rogue.
I don't have any. Yeah, I don't have anything to pick this lock. I have soap apparently.
Dazric's gonna go up to the door. Does it seem sturdy?
Yeah.
Dazric's gonna try and kick down the door.
Can Lorelei see whether or not he is winding up to kick down the door?
You can roll me a perception check.
I'd say kick is pretty quick.
But other than that, Daz, roll me a strength check.
Oh.
And the real meme of the show, roll me a sleight of hand as well. Or not sleight of hand, stealth.
What? He kicks the door so quietly.
He picks the door with his toes.
Oh my god!
Yeah. You go to kick it, and then you're partially through like your 300 kick into the well of death. When you realize, shit, he's sleeping. I probably shouldn't kick in the door. And you just tap it with your foot.
Okay.
Grim is going to go back to Blade Turners and talk to Bunsen, was it?
Yep.
Bronson. Yeah.
Bronson, yep.
Bronson. Okay. Hello, my good sir. I was wondering if you had any kind of lockpick available here.
That's oddly,
Totally for innocent reasons, I promise.
that's oddly specific, but I do have just the thing. And he reaches down into a cabinet and pulls out a small kit of just pieces of wire. What's on the counter?
Excellent. How much will that cost?
You can just have it.
My good man, thank you very much, and I hope you have a lovely day. I'm gonna take the lockpick and whistle my way out.
He just kind of waves as you go.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna keep whistling all cocky all the way to the house, and kind of quiet it down as we get closer, trying not to wake up the person, and then attempt to lockpick the door.
All right. Roll me a sleight of hand. You're not proficient, so you don't get to add anything to it.
Even with a lockpicking kit?
Yeah,
Don't
'cause
get
you're
it?
not proficient with the kit, so you
Alright,
technically can't
alright.
use the kit.
Well,
And
that works well.
Wow.
holy
Get
shit.
rid of that dice. That is 2 ones in like 10 minutes. Get rid of it.
Yep, I'm working on it. Y'all can have your fit laughing at Grim because he was so confident going in and he ended up
You-
snapping the thing in the lock.
I'm gonna just tell you this. You all have an inspiration point.
Oh, I
Feel
didn't know
free to use it.
Yeah, this seems like that kind of time.
that. Is there a window close by?
Yeah. To your left, about 10 feet away.
Same deal. Locked.
It's open.
Lorelai's going in through the window.
Okay.
Did Grim re-roll the lockpick, or did he fail the lockpick?
Not
He
yet.
hella failed.
He hasn't re-rolled it yet.
Oh.
No. I had to change dice. There we go.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you were using your inspiration token.
That's all good. As you kind of fiddle with the lock, you hear it click. And you're like, oh, that's a good click. And you turn the door handle, and as you do so, Lorelai is standing right in front of you.
Hands on her hip, just like kind of like one eyebrow up, like just giving her a smug look.
Grim is just looking up at her, being like, "You couldn't have done this while I was gone to the store."
No.
Dazer's gonna chuckle as walking past Grim. Silly little man.
Grim is going to stick his foot out as if to trip him, but to put it back right away, just as a little reminder of what happened.
Yeah, Lorelai's kind of
Zero
gonna turn
chance
around.
Dazer. I was gonna say zero chance Dazer notices the foot thing.
Well,
Lorelai's gonna turn around.
clearly
and just,
didn't heed his advice.
put her finger up to her lips in like a shush kind of motion, and then start to make her way through the house to see if she can find the dude.
All right. As you move throughout the house quietly, to the best of your ability, why did the music stop?
Didn't.
Been gone for a long time, hasn't it?
I can't hear
Currently
it
go.
at
No.
all.
It literally stopped as Astra said, "Why did it stop?"
I haven't heard it for like 20
I haven't
minutes
heard
now.
it for a few
Oh.
minutes.
I've heard it continue.
Woo! Inconsistency.
Yay!
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
Now it's different.
Slightly. As actually, you tiptoe throughout the house. You hear the floorboards creak beneath your feet. You walk through the kitchen, through a small reading room with a small collection of books. What seems to be an ashtray or like a small dish with a pipe in it, which with the smoke fresh, almost as if it was just recently down. You continue, you find a set of stairs. You head up the stairs. There are 3 closed doors. You try the first. You open it up. It's an empty room. You try the second one. Same thing. Empty. In the third room, as you open the door, you see inside a fairly large man wearing very loose-fitting pajamas, short dark hair. As he tosses lightly in it. Can you all please roll me a stealth check?
Stealthy, stealthy, stealthy.
You should have stealth check, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ack.
Tiny man, tiny noise.
As you guys step into the room, there seems to be a very loose floorboard. Lorelai, as soon as you take a step into the room, Anatole snorts. Kind of turns in your direction. And then
What?
lulls back to sleep.
Lorelai just lets out a very gentle sigh.
Grim is gonna look up at her and do the finger over the mouth thing that she did to him earlier.
She's gonna do like the fist in armpit fuck you motion.
You mean elbow pit? Well, I'll take it.
What did I say?
Armpit.
Armpit.
Fuck. Yeah.
For a second, I thought like
I mean,
Lorelai was
it
gonna make the
isn't-
farting noise with her armpit. I'm like, that doesn't seem in character.
Atoll wakes up to a farting noise.
You don't know me.
Brilliant. All right. Apologies. I'm just trying to make sure.
It's cool.
This particular
good.
situation, I should say. As he lulls back to sleep. You hear him mumble, "Look at the vampire. No." And he's out again.
Interesting.
Grim is kind of just gonna get as close as he needs to do the mask thing, and kind of just do the motion to Lorelai of big hand over his face, as if put on the damn mask.
Who has the mask? I didn't think Lorelai picked it up.
Yes, she did. She picked it up and ran out. Was the first one to leave.
All three of us have a mask, right?
No, it was just one.
No.
Oh, okay.
Didn't you listen?
All right. Lorelai's gonna get a little bit closer. Put the mask on and kind of she's gonna grab Daz's shoulder and kind of hold out or turn over to him and be like, "Put your hand on the little one's shoulder." And then she's just going to put the mask down over her eyes and then gently touch the shoulder of the sleeping man.
Okay. The second you make contact with Anatole's shoulder, everything goes black.
Ugh.
And
Time for a new note sheet.
time for a new soundtrack.
Ooh.
So I just want to throw it out there. The sound immediately cut out again. Like it played for 5 seconds and cut out for me.
Can you hear it now?
I can, yeah.
Okay. Well,
If you want, I can tell you exactly when it cuts out.
that time it cut out because I changed the song.
Yes.
No, well, it cut out when we a few minutes before you said that.
Oh,
Not to us, or me at least.
interesting. Okay. Let me know if it stops on you again.
That's just for troubleshooting reasons. I'm curious.
Likewise. Okay. So, everything turns to darkness. And you hear the cries and clanging of metal. As all around you, you see men in armor, snarling vampires as they clash on the grass before an imposing stone keep. It's dark, save for the light of the moon. And about 10 feet away from you, a pale figure, shrouded in a cloak, towers over what you presume to be Anatole. Sensing a new threat, this figure turns towards you and attacks.
We roll an initiative?
Yes, please.
Oh, that's a lot of people.
Yeah. Oh, not loaded yet.
Neither am I. Oh dear. Where's the roll initiative thing again?
So I don't know if
Combat screen.
it
Got it.
worked. Okay, rolls for initiative. I think it worked.
Yep, you got a 20.
Ooh.
So, as we enter into the combat, all around you are blood-stained grass and people, the clanging of metal as vampires attack everyone around you. This vampire leapt about 15 feet towards you, Grim. As you...
Not a dog, it's fine.
Sure.
Mhm.
Make sure. As they slash at you with their claws, you are prompted with a reaction for some reason. I'm not sure what your reaction would be.
It's supposed to be things not against me.
Okay, yeah. Well, if that ever comes up, just click the X button on it, and it'll do the thing.
Yeah.
And then as it swipes you with one claw, it comes back with the other and tries again.
Hits again, I guess.
That was some big numbers.
Yeah,
Some big,
no kidding.
big numbers.
I actually got to see the attack roll numbers. That was rude.
Sorry, buddy.
Oh, listen to him. He loves this.
I do a little
Of course
bit.
he loves this. Grim is dying again.
Um,
It's what the people have clamored for.
What the clamored for?
Okay. So that's it for the surprise round. As we come back around to the top, Lorelei, the vampire, lunges towards you with a bite,
How dare.
and I think that gets you.
Hold on. I'm gonna intercept that shit.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, I just used silvery barb.
Okay. No, it's okay. Give yourself back the spell slot.
Who, me?
Yep.
Cool. I negate.
If Grim is going to intercept,
Oh, okay, yeah.
what does that do?
like- Have to-
It takes away 1 plus my proficiency damage.
Okay, what's your proficiency? +3, so it takes
2.
away 4 damage.
Proficiency is 2, I believe.
No, it should be 3.
Nope, it's 2.
Is it?
2 at level 4.
Oh, I thought it was
2 at
3 at
level
level
4.
4. It's 3 at level 5. I'm
Yes,
a great DM.
that's fine.
Yeah, okay, so that takes 3 damage off, so you should be at 29 and not 26 for Lorelei. So you can change that on your
29.
character sheet if you just click the 26 and type
Yep.
in 29.
29. Alright. Dunzo.
So, and
What do you mean, and?
um,
I don't like and.
okay. That did some stuff that wasn't supposed to do. Hold on a second. You take that damage. Yes. So you take that. And then you take that.
Oh no.
So your hit point maximum is reduced
36.
by 10.
Oh. Alright. I still keep the 29 though, right? It's just I could only heal up to 26.
In this situation, technically, yeah, because that reduced by 3, so that actually should be 29. Sorry, not 26. So your maximum reduced by 7. My apologies. I misspoke. So you will go down to 29 out of 29.
Okay.
You need help changing that, I can change.
No, I'm just scared if I change it, I'm gonna forget to change it back to 36.
I won't let you forget.
Alright. Guys.
Bold
Please.
claim.
Right? Alright, it's 29 out of 29. Dunzo!
Okay. Sorry, I was writing down that your max HP was 36 so that I didn't forget.
Okay.
Okay. And Daz, you're up. Oh wait, hold on. Nope, I clicked the wrong button. There you go. Now, your turn.
All right. So Daz is going to open up by taking a potion out of his backpack and downing it. So we're going to use that. Then we are going to attack the vampire in front of me with my scimitar.
Okay.
Oof.
That's
All right. That's not great.
That's a miss, friend.
It stays freshly sharpened.
That's
And,
not great.
I'm going to action search
All right.
Nice.
and try again. Nice.
Big hit.
Take that. Take that.
We do.
And that will be it for Daz.
All right. After that, you see the man who was just moments ago sleeping in their bed get up from the ground after being pinned down by this vampire. And he will look to Grim and say, "Don't let it bite you." And as does so, you feel a boost in your confidence,
Ooh.
and you for the next minute, which I don't have an ability for. Actually, it might do it on its own. Let's find out, shall we? It didn't do it on its own. All right.
Lame.
So for the next minute, so for the next 10 rounds, you can add a D4 to any attack roll or saving throw.
Snap.
Basically, so your 2-hit attack roll or a saving throw for yourself, you can add a D4 to it.
Okay, only one or everyone?
Everyone for the next 10 rounds.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's fucking OP.
That's very good.
Yeah.
And
Excellent.
he'll take one step back towards the door. And Lorelai, you're up.
All right. Target this vampire bitch and come on, spells. Do I want to cast Bane? Bane is a favorite spell of mine.
Bane is a favorite spell of yours.
No, I think I'm just going to use Vicious Mockery.
Mock that SOP.
That's a success.
Sweet. So you just kind of hear Lorelai just kind of snarl out clearly pissed after being hit, just be like, I will grind your bones into dust. And the vampire will just like recoil a little bit.
She
upon
just
hearing that.
kind of snarls at you and just bares her teeth, wipes the blood from her lips. She bit into your
And-
shoulder.
Rude. And I'm going to use my feature to give Daz Bardic Inspiration.
Excellent.
So you see what? Oh, there we go. You just see Lorelai take her flute out very quickly and just play a very haunting, hallowing kind of melody. And that's that. Oh, I need to end my turn. Boop.
All right.
All right. Grim is going to use his bonus action first to get a Searing Smite charged up.
Hell yeah. Bless you.
Oh, yeah.
That's a biggin. All right. So we'll add 10 damage to whatever you hit. If you
Yep.
hit.
Life
And
stat.
I'm going for a hit on this guy.
That's fire damage,
Oh.
right?
It sure is. Well, that's sad.
That's a miss, unfortunately. You get to add your d4. Or did you? No, you didn't.
I did not.
Nah, actually, it's not going to hit no matter what.
Well, I'm rolling it anyway.
That's just a miss.
Satch. But I currently still have Searing Smite, so that's okay.
Yep. You have it until the next time you hit, so that works. How long? What's the and the duration is a minute? So yeah, you have until your next hit.
Yep.
All right. Is that it for Grim?
And yeah, Grim is going to chill here, untarget, and then end his turn. Wherever they enter. Oh,
Alrighty. Okay. So as you guys have kind of damaged this creature slightly, you notice as any wounds you did open up are sealing back up.
Oh, I hate that.
And just the cricks of the neck, and like it becomes very spider-like for a moment as it drops down to all fours,
Awesome.
recoils back ever so slightly, and then lunges forward with 2 claw attacks towards Dazri.
Okay, that wasn't too bad.
wait, why did I lose more HP?
Wait, what?
Yeah, I went from 34 to 29.
Just now?
Yep.
Uh,
Want me to just change?
you did. Oh, you targeted yourself with Searing Smite.
Right, that's what it was.
So you did 5 damage to yourself from that. I've fixed it. You're good. Thank you for catching that.
No worries.
just don't target yourself. And
Just don't do that.
I'll eventually automate that spell, so you just activate it and it'll just add the damage to your next attack. It's not
Okay.
hard for me to do. I just haven't done it yet.
Okay.
Anywho, as she lunges forward towards Daz, one of the claws digs into your chest as the other one just kind of misses, and she just kind of she does move over towards you. So Lorelai would get an attack of opportunity if you have a melee weapon. I don't know if you do.
I do. I have a rapier, sir.
Okay,
Ooh.
you would get
Do
an
the
attack
poke
of opportunity.
Just a straight normal roll, right?
Yep. Nice hit.
Look at you.
Woo!
Well,
Minimum damage, but nice hit.
I mean,
You
for
take
doing
those.
nothing, I'll take it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Daz, you are up.
All right.
Don't forget you have a
Dad.
D6 that you can add to your attack rolls or saving throws or etc.
Louis.
Yeah.
I missed an opportunity to intercept.
Daz is gonna do that. Well, he's not gonna add it to that. That's for sure. So now he's gonna go in with the offhand with the scimitar. And he will add it to that. Oh wait, never mind. It hits.
Yep, it hits. You're
I didn't
good.
expect that to hit. We're good.
And that adds your D4. Your
Yep.
potion.
Yep, it sure did.
All right. That's a good hit. Good
It's a
damage.
good hit. And
Oops, sorry.
that's it for. No, you're good. That's it for Daz.
Apologies. As it's kind of snarling at you, from you plunging your sword into its chest, 2 bolts just pierce out through its chest towards you. One through like the side of its throat, and the other one through like the lower abdomen. As Anatole, just kidding, only one of those things happen. Just kidding, neither of those things happen, as 2 very large bolts from a crossbow just fly over your head. And Lorelai, you're up.
All right. Gonna focus. Come on, there you go. Focus on the vampiress again and Lorelai. God, I don't want to use my spell slots yet because I can see the other vampires and they scare me.
Don't worry about them.
Don't tell me that.
Worry about what's in
Oh,
front of
one's
you.
bloodied.
Oh, I'm not gonna use that. I'm not gonna use that. I'm gonna use Dissonant Whispers on her. Level 1.
Okay. Very nice. That was so close to a 20.
But it was not. So yeah, she just starts to hear these like maddening whispers start to swirl around in her noggin.
Okay. Must immediately use your reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows away from you. Okay. Both Grim and Daz get opportunity attacks
Oh, heck yeah.
I love it.
as it just runs away, screaming.
Can I add my D6 to that opportunity? Oh wait, did it?
Yeah.
Oh, I hit. Never mind.
Who owns the green dice? Are those yours, Silver?
Yes.
I like how the one is just oof.
Yep. The 1 is oof and the 20 is fuck yeah.
Oh my God! Silver with the crit?
Yeah.
No, he didn't crit.
No,
He
no,
almost
no.
did though.
Oh, sorry, I misread it. Yeah, my bad. That didn't
So the
add
D-
this.
You didn't
The
target.
D4 isn't
You didn't target her.
I tried. You
no.
can't when it's not your turn.
Tall didn't.
What? It says it's targeted.
You can absolutely target when it's not your turn.
I tried. It didn't work.
Yeah,
Interesting. That's
Grim isn't targeted.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
I'm
okay,
targeted
okay,
on her,
Either way, not a big deal. I can apply the damage.
which proves that it can because it's not my turn and she's targeted.
Well, I did an opportunity
but
attack, like.
it also she takes another bit of damage because that Searing Smite got out
Smite.
of that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Go back.
She is shrieking in pain after that.
Good.
And Grim, it's your turn.
Good.
Grim is going to move. Oh, I can move right up to her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's gonna charge her, and I'm gonna swing that maul,
Do it.
Pew, pew.
and then
You can.
add a D. I'm adding a D4 to it.
Question is, do you roll the 4? You do. That hits.
Oh, let's go. Well,
Hell yeah, brother.
And 10 damage for Searing Smite.
No, Searing Smite was already added, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, yes, it
Yes,
was
it
to the
was.
reaction.
It got added to your reaction attack.
Oh.
It's any, you
Just-
can't choose, it's just your next attack.
Well, in that case, I'm going to use my bonus action to Divine Smite,
Oh yeah,
which I can do
absolutely.
immediately after
I
an
will
attack.
smite her!
She will be smitten.
Oh,
You took
fucked
the
up.
words out of my
I
mouth!
fucked up. Hold on.
Oh no.
Uh,
I don't like it when the DM said, ooh, I fucked up.
no, I accidentally just reduced her health to 9 instead of taking away 9. What is that? 4 radiant
That is
damage?
correct. Yes.
Okay. So that actually bring her down to this, and then you also hit her for 9, which should put her down to that. All right, there you go. Okay.
Sweet. And that's going to be it for Daz's turn.
You notice you've done a substantial amount of damage. Like parts of her limbs are broken and bent in ways they shouldn't bend as they begin to start popping themselves back into joint.
Oh, good.
And she lunges for you. With some claws. And she misses. And she
Yeah.
misses.
Yeah! Grim too tiny.
And she hisses at you. And Daz, it's your turn.
All right.
By
Daz
the way,
is
Grim is hissing back, by the way.
Please.
Daz is gonna run straight for her and slash with the scimitar. Oh, let's go!
Huge crit,
Whoa.
bro.
Let's go.
All right. Big hit.
And then he's gonna go with the offhand.
Okay.
I thought you got another one, and I was going to lose my mind.
All
That
right.
would have been lovely.
2 big hits as you kind of knock her down a peg. And yeah.
Oh,
Something
if
I
Searing
want.
Smite hit her, she was supposed to roll a d6 because she was on fire.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Is that 1 per round?
Hold on. At the start of each of his turns until the spell ends, the target must make a con saving throw. On failed save, it takes 1d6 fire damage. On successful save, the spell ends.
Okay. Okay. Well, in that case, she makes a con save. This is 17 save.
It sure does.
All right. Spell ends. Daz,
Okay.
did you have anything else left to do?
That fixed that real quick, didn't it?
It certainly did. Did Daz have anything left to do?
No, Daz is straight chilling right now.
All right, cool. Anatole will run to the other side of. Actually, he's just gonna charge in at this point, and he drops his crossbow back at the gate and swings in with 2 very heavy attacks.
Cool animations.
Bro, I just rolled 2 19s in a row.
Oh, dang. And that thing is still living? Fantastic.
Chichanki.
Apparently. My God.
That's it for Anatole's turn. As more of these things take more damage, there's reasons.
Interesting.
All right.
They're having
Lorelai's-
their own fight while you guys are fighting this thing. Is basically the way this works. Because I
Well,
would
so-
kill you if I swamped you with all of this.
Yeah, no shit.
Wait, were you supposed to?
No.
Okay.
All right. Upon moving closer and seeing that this one, the OG one, is pretty hurt, I'm gonna target the one that is closest to me. Oh, excuse me. Oh God. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys.
Why would you do this?
They can't sleep on everybody.
So rude.
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna do distant. No, I don't really want that one to run away, so I'm not gonna do that. So let's do. Let's do Toll the Dead. Let's see if that'll do anything. Heck. Ooh.
It failed.
So
that should have actually been
creature...
a D12. Roll a D12.
Okay, yeah, I can do that. That one. Boop. Ah, good. Thank you. Thank you for making me re-roll.
No, I'm still gonna take the 4 because the 4 is just if you rolled more than an 8, I was gonna change it.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Merciful DM is merciful.
Yay. All right.
Oh yeah, it says that if it's missing any of its hit points, it should hit with a D12. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll keep that in mind.
For some reason, there's no way to make it know that it's.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll keep that in mind though.
Oh, something I wanted to mention too. I don't know if this is intended, or if we even want to change it. When I did my crit, it added my potion bonus twice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It doubles all dice that you roll.
Okay. Yep. Cool.
So you rolled 1d4 before. For a crit, you'd roll 2, no matter what.
I just wasn't sure if it was just the damage roll, like the straight damage roll.
Nope. Any dice you roll on a crit is duplicated.
Sounds good.
Okay. Is that it for Lorelei?
Oh, sorry, I thought I hit intern. Yep.
All right, Grim.
All right.
Wrap this
We're gonna
gift
maul
up.
this. We're gonna maul this silly booger. Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Ya booger.
Did you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I'm gonna Divine Smite again.
Okay.
As the glow, the radiant glow of your maul swings into this creature, it just obliterates into a pile of dust. And as you do so, so do the corpses or bodies of every other vampire.
Oh
snap.
yes. Oh,
Alright.
Paladin versus Undead. Let's go.
Yeah, really though. Shit. Just get dunked on, dude.
Yeah.
And with that, we leave combat.
Oh.
Huzzah.
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 As combat winds down in this extremely bloody field, where are you two? You all, we'll say you find yourselves over in this general area. A female knight makes her way over to you all and introduces herself. Hello. I'm Alicia, Knight Commander of the Order. Who are you?
My name is Tazark.
I'm Grim.
Lorelei.
Interesting. And where do you come from? And before you have a chance to respond, a piercing cry fills the night air, followed by a chorus of hissing
Oh, good.
as mist begins to roll in through the trees. The moon disappears. Almost. Wait. You look into the sky, and you see the shadow of very large bat wings. As Alicia looks up, just in time to see it. Knights! Inside! All of you! And she turns to the three of you and says, that means you too, free swords. Get inside. As the doors open, and everyone rushes inside.
Yeah, the desert is not waiting. He's running. He's getting in there.
Yeah, Lorelai's definitely not taking her time. She's getting in.
Okay. So she leads you into a very large mess hall. Before you guys go in too far, just stay in the doorway for now. As everyone else makes their way in around you. Oops. As she comes in, she bars the door shut. Don't know what brought you here, but your timing was perfect. They nearly got Anatole. We were overwhelmed. Why does this song keep happening when I put it on fucking loop?
EDM.
Yeah. Dude, just leave it. It was dope.
No.
It's no.
Alright.
I put the song on loop and it doesn't loop. It's so
Fuck
annoying.
you, Loop. You listen to E EDM.
She says, that was just the first wave, apparently, but you saved Anatole's life from wherever you came from. And the Order welcomes you. You're safe in here. Just know that vampires can't enter the premises unless they are invited inside. So, unless the three of you happen to be vampires, we're safe for the time being.
What is it as you are doing out here?
We are the Order of the Dawn. We're a military group dedicated to fighting against the Soman vampire aristocracy. We operate from within the Dawnkeep, as she opens her arms and kind of points around.
Oh,
Someone's
Sorry.
dying.
yep.
Everything's fine.
We are trained here in the art of slaying the undead. We're here to protect Astoya. At the moment, we have a wave of members who have made their way to Nova Stoya to make an attempt to make their way through the town, through the city. But that leaves us. We are the burden of eternal nights. Now, I'm sure you all must be exhausted, so feel free to take a seat. I will make sure that food is brought to you shortly. And then you can rest for the evening.
Sounds like a plan.
Lorelai just kind of nods.
Food is brought out, and you guys are gonna sit down there. So we're gonna sit down.
I don't know why I can't drag my character. Only let me.
You might not
Hey.
be on the select tool, but I don't know.
It's very possible. Oh, god damn it.
You're on top of.
Oh,
What are you doing?
Stop it.
I'm not. My internet's being a little bit dumb. Okay, I'm good now.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I was just curious what the hell's going on there.
It was lagging out.
Just a smidge.
You'll be placed in the barracks upstairs. We'll make sure you guys are comfortable. As you guys have your food, it's nothing major. It's just like some sandwiches. As everyone sits around the table and kind of talking about things that have happened throughout the day, like how this whole thing started to happen. And Anatole is sitting just to the left of Grim.
Dazrik's gonna lean over to Lorelai. Do you understand why we're still here? I feel like we should be gone now.
I mean, I think we still have there's something here that's obviously scaring him. I would assume we haven't killed the big bad yet, no?
This dream stuff is so frustrating. Dazrik's just gonna be like visibly confused and annoyed.
Laura's just gonna like clap her hand on his shoulder and be like, "Yeah, it will be out of here soon enough."
And then Dazrik's gonna start eating the food.
Tastes delicious. Best sandwich you've probably ever had.
Nice. He's gonna like kind of like perk up as he takes his first bite.
Very different than the mundane food that you had previous. This almost feels real.
Would it be better than the food that we got from that guy? Octavia, or whatever his name was.
Yes.
Sweet. I'm gonna rub it in his face later.
And then I'm gonna trip you again. I mean, what?
Is there anything you guys would like to do?
Not particularly.
Now, Grim is gonna stay relatively silent, kind of worn out using all the smites.
Okay.
And just keep an eye on everything.
Dazrik's gonna look up to Alicia. So, what part of Astoria are we in right now?
We are well, several hundred miles outside of Soma.
Dazrik's gonna realize he didn't know much about Astoria. And he was like, the word Soma means nothing to him, and he's just gonna nod his head like, oh, okay.
She just kind of shakes her head for a moment and continues with her food.
Dazrik's is kind of slumping his seat and, you know, wait, because he scarfed down his sandwich. There's nothing left.
As she takes the last bite of hers, she turns to Grim. Well, not really. She just looks up at you.
Yeah.
So you're sellswords then?
More or less.
Well, thank you for your aid in the battle. Seems
Of course.
you're all hemmed in with the rest of us for tonight. Vampires can't enter a private building without invitations, so hunker down, rest, and regroup. Eat. Tell me about yourself and meet the rest of the unit. We're going to fight and die together. You might as well know the lot.
Well, if we're doing that, would we have any ale in this place?
Of course. Renatus, she shouts down the table. That's just the keg. And he gets up from his seat and disappears into another room. Over here specifically. And comes back with a pretty large barrel. And he just plunks it down on the table. And starts pouring up mugs.
Now that's more like it. Grim's gonna go over and grab the first mug that's finished.
Of course. This is Renatus. He is a weathered-looking middle-aged man. Based on his dress, or the way he's dressed, you could presume that he is probably like second in command compared to Alicia. Like, she looks like she's dressed the most proper, I guess, more official. His is a little bit less, and the rest are kind of generic looking, if you will.
Excellent. Grim takes his sail and goes back to his spot.
And she'll point to her left and say, "This is Etienne. He looks exhausted. If you
How do
really
you spell that?
Etienne.
Almost had it.
He is like, he looks like he hasn't slept for years. He smiles weakly towards you all, but the second that, you know, you guys kind of turn your attention otherwise, if you see him out of your peripheral, he kind of just slumps back down. But he acts lively while you're having a conversation, but the second you turn your attention away, he just kind of slumps.
Poor dude.
Just, yeah, he just looks like he's seen some shit.
Grim is gonna run over, grab Etienne a mug, and then come back and slide the mug across the table.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
No worries. No worries. You look like you could use one as well.
I appreciate that. Alicia then will motion next to you, Grim, and say, "This is Anatul. He's one of our more recent members. He's, well, I shouldn't say recent member. He's been part of the Order since I can remember, but a more recent member of the Eternal."
The Eternal?
Yes, we are what is known as the Eternal Knights. We've taken what you would call an oath to... the right way to word this. Become... typical members of the Order reject the power of the undead. But we understand that some rules must be bent if we're trying to keep peace. Initiation for members of the burden of the Eternal Knights. Ingest ichor from a recently slain undead creature. We then become partially undead.
Interesting.
Gives us the ability to fight the undead without fear of being consumed by them.
Interesting. I've noticed my technically unliving has also helped me fight the dead.
It's interesting.
How many of you here have been inducted? Everyone, I assume?
She slaps her hand on the shoulder of the young girl sitting to her right as, or young person, I should say. And laughs lightly and says, "Unfortunately, Mirch here is Mirche. Is too young. She's only just recently begun. They've recently only just begun training, and they haven't quite been here long enough to take the oath yet."
Fair enough.
And down at the other end of the table is a young human. Somewhat medium length, scraggly blonde hair. It's kind of pipes up at this point and says, she'll be part of the crew eventually. Conrad here. You folks are relatively new. Just have you know that don't take my bed and we'll be on good terms. Otherwise, the booze is free. Have a good night. Fought well out there.
Lorelai's just kind of not necessarily whisper, but not quite really like say louder. If there would not be enough booze for me to take your bed. That's it.
Grim, with his mace on the ground, is gonna like kick it enough so that the hilt ends up hitting Lorelai in the foot, just ever so slightly.
I mean, Lorelai's obviously gonna yell. It's gonna fucking hurt.
No, like it's a nudge. Like, come on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not
Not a
a
full
full
kick under the table.
Like, be nice to these people.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Lorelai rolls her eyes and just like.
Dazer's gonna pipe up. What? I'm guessing you guys would have some sort of lodging here that we could use to rest.
Yes. Conrad, if you wanted to show them to the barracks. Yeah. On it, boss. And he kind of hops up from his seat and ushers you all to follow him.
Delio, Lorelai's gonna follow.
Grim is gonna down his ale, pick up his mace, and then follow.
Yep. He heads to the left. And then up
Other way.
a stairwell. And you guys... Other side there, bud.
Grim follows his own rules.
It's okay.
Why? Oh my god.
Once you get to here, it's kind of moot because I'm going to take you to another map.
Oh, okay.
Realistically. Ba-doom.
Voodoo.
Dude.
Okay. And he just kind of heads up. He keeps going. Oops. I paused it. That's my bad. Also, it should be like way later in the day right now.
Oh, wrong way.
Yeah.
Don't get lost, folks.
To the north. And
Why do I not see Daz's token?
I do.
I see the potion, but I don't see the token.
Interesting. 1
I
second.
can see it. I can see it fine.
There he is.
And he leads you down the hallway and motions to an open side of the open portion of the wall and just motions in here. Says, grab a bed.
Which one is yours so I don't steal it?
It was what a joke. I sleep downstairs.
Alright, so I'll find the bed downstairs then. Haha, I'm just kidding.
He laughs at you. Okay. And he leaves you all to sleep.
Good night.
I don't know why I imagine just like Grim immediately face planting on the bed.
Yep.
Like it's like he has an on and off switch. Like it's just.
Yeah, just power down. Whack.
No, he's just gonna go on his bed in his little ale stupor, his tiny legs flailing like.
Can you even get
like a-
drunk?
Well, the alcohol soaks the wood, so it gets the wood body gets warped, so my balance starts to go off.
That's what precious.
Yep. Anyway, he's gonna flail his legs like a teenage girl looking at their cell phone while lying down, belly down on a bed, and read through his holy symbol.
Okie dokie.
Love that image.
Yeah, that's pretty great, actually.
Yeah. And then he
And,
stops. He stops for a second, realizes the situation he's in again, and kind of just motions Daz to come over so we can all chat with nobody else around.
Daz is gonna be like, okay.
Sorry, did you say you motioned to Lorelai as well? Or no, you're coming over to me.
Yeah, we're coming to you. So Grim
That's
is going to
for the
pipe up
best.
and basically say, "Well, it seems that he's safe, and I don't know if I feel comfortable with well, I won't sleep, but you guys sleeping in a D world.
It's not like we have much choice, no? We still have to figure out what it is that is plaguing him. I don't know what's up with my accent tonight, guys. Jesus.
It's okay.
All over the place.
Mine are also all over the place.
Grim is basically going to say that, well, we don't know if this is what was plaguing him, the attack, whether or not it's continuous or not. And I absolutely don't know how this mass works. If we stay here and he wakes up, what happens?
I'm not so sure about that one. But I would imagine that... Did you not see the big bat in the sky?
I did. I just don't want to be stuck in this dream world and then have to find some other way to get out of this by entering another one, probably because that just seems to be how this is going.
I mean, logically, I think that when we figure out what it is that he is having nightmares about, we'll get out of this. No, sorry, my accent. I don't know how to peg down this accent today.
I hope you're correct. But if you guys are willing to stay, my only concern was.
I mean, I don't know how to get out. Do you have a better idea?
I mean, I do know how to get out. We were told this.
Yeah, you just pinch your face, and then we leave.
Nonsense.
Look, I'll show you. And Dazik's gonna pinch his face.
Oh no.
Dazric, you wake up.
Okay.
And you look
what do I
over,
see?
You see the sleeping bodies of both Lorelai and Grim, as well as Anatole, who still seems to be restless, lack of a better word.
Okay, so do I see Lorelai still touching Anatole's shoulder?
Technically, she's not anymore because she's asleep now. She's on the floor, but
Okay, so Dazric is gonna try touching Lorelai's shoulder and Anatole to see if that puts him back in the dream world.
nothing happens.
Dazric's just gonna look around. Shit. What do I He's just gonna step back and just look at what's happening. He's like, I might have messed up.
So, Grim is going to look at Lorelai after coming up from his facepalm, and is going to say, "Well, maybe if he might find a way to get back here. We'll give him 5 minutes, but I think if it goes any longer than that, I believe with this mask, we could just come back the next day and try again, as long as we're not recognized outside of his dream. we go into
That's-
hiding for
that's
the night while
interesting.
he's awake.
I mean, we might as well at least sleep for now, and if he is not back by the morning, we just wake up.
I don't know about this.
I mean, we might as well continue to try and advance the dream, no? It's better than just waiting and having to try again. And if we get into trouble, we just pinch our face. The foolishness.
You know what? I can't argue much with that. Enjoy your sleep. I'm going to go read my book.
All right.
Lorelai's just gonna.
Daz, roll me an intelligence check. This is not going to go well.
Oh, see, I'm so smart.
Oh shit, actually.
Here.
You have this wild idea that maybe if you take the mask off of Lorelai and put it on yourself, it might work.
Okay. All right. Well, so yeah, Dazik's gonna reach down, very, very carefully, take the mask. Like he's like almost afraid to do this. Take the mask off of Lorelai, and like not understanding how this stuff is going, he's gonna put the mask on, and then he's gonna stop because he's like, wait, whose shoulders do I touch? And then he's gonna touch Anatoly.
Okay.
And see if that puts him back in the world.
I like how Teleris made him
Italian?
Italian. Yeah, Anatoly.
Wait, how is it pronounced?
It's Anatole.
Anatole. Oh, whoops. My bad.
Anatoly.
It's okay, I like it. I almost
I
like it
like
more.
it.
Alright, you know what? I like it. We'll
Alright.
stick it with it.
Several hours go by for Grim and Lorelai. It's pretty late in the night. You're both, well, Grim not so much, but Lorelai, you're part way through a rest as you hear a
Okay. I'm back.
followed by a very loud scream coming from the hallway.
It only took you a
Welcome.
couple hours, but let's go.
Seems you're back just in time, no?
Yeah, just as I planned it.
Should I take a short rest then?
Yeah, you guys can take a short rest.
Is my health back to 36 now?
No.
Or how long does that last? Forever? I don't like your silence, sir. Alright,
It's safe to assume Dazwick has no rest, by the way, right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, okay, I figured that.
It's been like 5 minutes total for you.
I got all 13 HP back with one roll. Let's go.
That's beautiful.
That's tasty.
It's worth it.
Sorry, Lorelai.
Is it actually forever?
Yes.
What's actually forever now?
That's annoying.
The
I'm so
HP
already
drop.
so squishy. Why'd you
Yep.
write it down? That was just mean. You gave me false hope.
No, because you told me I wouldn't remember, and I just wanted to prove a point that I would remember. If
No,
it
that's
was applicable.
aggressive.
Rude.
Oh, that is aggressive.
Can you
Right?
remind me if I get my spell slots back on a short rest?
No.
It would do it
Generally.
automatically if you do.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't, so sad.
Sorry, bud.
Sometimes your class will have options to like do things to get spells back on a short
Yeah.
rest, but like that's a specific class thing.
I think it's
Yeah.
it's mostly a warlock thing if I remember correctly.
Sorcerers can do it by expending sorcery points. I know.
Yeah.
And
Paladins could do something on a bonus.
they sure can. They can channel divinity, harness divine power, and get 1 spell slot back.
There you go. Better than none.
And
Facts.
you can use this feature. The number of times you can use this feature is based on the level you've reached in this class. 3rd level once, 7th level twice. So for right now, you can only do it to get 1 spell back.
Sure can.
Not 3 spells, 1 spell.
Well, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use my short rest as like me doing that.
Yep.
So I'll have 1 spell slot remaining.
Sounds good. Do you guys enter the hallway to find out the source of that scream?
Yeah,
Yeet.
Dazwick's definitely gonna, go after it.
Might
I'm
be
just putting it here so
a
we know
little
it's
bit
all-
longer of a session tonight, folks. Just a little bit,
Fine.
though.
Well,
So if we want to take
How
like a
much-
5-10 minute break before you walk around that corner.
One eternity later.
You guys heard a loud shriek around the corner.
Going around the corner. Going right on the corner. Doing a little sneaky look-see.
so I'm not trying to ping. I was trying to drag my character there.
Oh no!
Jeez. Yeah, Lorelei's just gonna. Oh fuck!
As you turn past the corner, you look past the shocked and horrified face of Renatus and Alicia. It's the fresh
No,
corpse.
Conrad!
Conrad Ragulsi.
Huh.
He slumps against the cold stone of the hallway, drained of all color, with 2 unmistakable puncture wounds on an exposed neck,
Oh shit!
and the lingering traces of his blood that trickles past his armor. As you approach, it's very clear that it was Renatus who let out the scream, the shock of seeing a close friend like this just taking a toll on him.
Okay, Grim's gonna slowly walk up to the scene.
Yeah, Lorelei's gonna follow afterwards.
Yeah, Dazwick's gonna follow next to Grim.
As you approach, Renatus turns to you with a very serious look on his face and says, "This was you."
I think if it was us, we'd have some bloodstains on us, no? Go ahead, check our bunks.
As he goes and puts his hand towards his sword on his hip, Alicia actually reaches up and touches him on the shoulders. Calm down. This is my fault. I clearly invited whomever this vampire is into this keep. One of us here or downstairs is a vampire. And
Easy
we
way
will.
to figure it out.
Hmm.
Just ask everybody they say they're no longer invited. Whoever has to leave is the vampire, no?
There's a slight flaw with your plan. As she points towards the windows. Sneeze. You ever have just like that itch that you gotta sneeze, but
Oh,
You
it's the
don't?
worst.
Pineapple, 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 pineapple.
anyway, she points up towards the window, and as you look up, you just see hundreds of faces staring in at you through the glass. Just like on the just clinging onto the wall and just looking in. There's just eyes and faces everywhere. The second we open that door is the second we all die.
Interesting.
It's like obviously vampires?
Yes, very obviously there are hundreds of them on the outside of this building.
Okay, so for the group that came with me, I'm going to clear things up really fast. When I told you earlier that I was not a part of the living either, I will show you exactly what I mean. Since Grim is assumed not wearing armor and just wearing the clothes he was going to bed with, he's going to roll one sleeve up and basically show the wooden construction that is his arm. And say, Alicia, if you need to, you can touch this. I don't know how familiar you are with wood or anything like that, but I am basically a doll created by the Fae.
I know what you are. Don't worry.
Fantastic.
Unlike Renatus, I don't jump to as quick of a conclusion.
That's fair.
He doesn't
What
like
I-
newcomers so much.
What I can say is, because of this body, I'm also unable to sleep. And I can assure you that my two companions have been up here this entire time. The first time we've seen Conrad since he dropped us off was in this state.
Good to know. Renatus at this point will pipe up and says, "So what of on my watch when I only counted 2 of you in your bunks?"
You did not come by our bunks. I was awake the entire time, and I did not see you once.
Because you did not see me does not mean I was not there.
You think that maybe someone went to, I don't know, the bathroom? Sleepwalking, you know?
He just kind of grunts and walks away at this point. At which point, Alicia just kind of shakes her head and just don't mind him. He's not the most trusting.
No shit.
Well, you can't blame us for being cautious. But nonetheless, please, I take your word for it until I'm proven otherwise. Assist me in finding who's done this.
Will do.
Not like we have a choice, no?
Lorelai, you're gonna get blamed for this eventually if you keep up with this sass.
I get blamed for many things. I do not care.
You can go back to sleep if you wish, but I would appreciate your help.
The main thing I worry about now is if they go back to sleep and we go back downstairs, there's somebody that's a vampire around us. Their safety isn't guaranteed.
I have actually just had a terrible thought. If there is a vampire in here, we need to act quickly because they could in fact open the door and invite in others.
Post the guard on all the doors, no?
That is the next step.
Okay.
Is that even smart if we don't know who the vampire is? Can we trust the guard?
Well, put everyone in a room.
Yes.
I think that's the safest option.
Okay. Dazrick and Lorelai, could you do me a favor and clear this floor? Make sure nobody's hiding up here, and make sure that everybody can get downstairs. I'm going to go with the commander here and try and round up everyone downstairs.
There'll be no one up here. The majority of our watch were in the downstairs barracks. Conrad was doing his rounds up here. I was asleep in my room.
I'll gather everyone and then we'll see who's missing and we'll find them.
All right, that sounds good.
I will gather everyone in the mess hall. I'll meet you down there.
Do you need a hand bringing Conrad?
No, I will see to this.
Understood.
At which point, we come downstairs. Hey, look, it's Conrad.
Nope.
Bye, Conrad.
I assume we're going in here.
Yes. So everyone is kind of sitting on this end of the table this time around, and Alicia is just kind of here by the door when you guys arrive. Hey, you guys can be down by her. And she pulls up a seat. And she says, basically, well, it appears someone among us has been turned. We've just found the body of Conrad upstairs. And it hurts me to have to say this, but someone here is responsible. As soon as she finishes that sentence, Murch pipes up and says, couldn't have been the new folks.
No.
You guys can roll me Arcana or Religion if you are proficient.
Actually, I have a question for you too. I just need to find it. For a second.
I am not proficient in either, hilariously.
So, where is it? The thing I'm asking about is, remember my background?
Yep.
Where I could roll to gain insight on a monster of my past.
Yep, once per level.
So can I do that roll here? To try and see if I can glean any way to determine if someone is a vampire?
I don't think you'd ever have encountered one.
There was, well, we think that in the cages from my dream. Remember, I seen what we thought to be a vampire. Maybe it's not a vampire, but I figured it was a vampire since we were in Astoria. Matched the description. You know what I mean?
You can give me the roll.
All right. So it's just a straight D20. Why did it give? Oh, never mind. It didn't plus it. Okay.
If anything, definitely know it was not a vampire.
Oh.
Some of the features, key features, are very clearly reflected in Etienne at the end of the table.
In what, sorry? In Etienne?
Mm-hmm. Sunken
Okay.
in eyes, very tired looking.
Okay, sorry, to confirm, you mean the thing that I seen in my dream wasn't a vampire, or the thing that killed Conrad wasn't a vampire?
The thing in your dream was not a vampire.
But it looked like it would have been Etienne.
Not necessarily.
No, but like it
Then.
looks similar. Yeah.
But the way, the sunken in face, the tired looking eyes, that kind of thing.
Okay. All right. So, who was here after we went up to our bunk? I believe everyone else was here. We went up to our bunk. Conrad showed us up, and then we heard the scream. About a couple hours later.
Before we get too far into that particular question, we will come back to that. Lorelai's Arcana check.
Oh, right.
You have a bit more of a connection to vampires than most. And you've definitely heard stories, or maybe read of stories. Not really sure which, but either way, you've heard that vampires have the ability to change their form, whether it be bats or mist.
Mm-hmm.
You understand or know that vampires have sensitivity to sunlight and running water.
Running water, interesting. Okay.
You know that they don't age as long as they're feeding on the blood of the living.
Mhm.
You know that sentence doesn't make. Well, anyway, you also have read various places. Vampires don't typically eat mortal food.
Oh, okay.
Think of that what you will. As for Daz's question, would you remind me what that was?
So Daz asked the room, when was Conrad last seen? Because the last time we seen him was a few hours before. I know I wasn't there, but Grim mentioned that it's been a couple hours after I got back, so that's what I'm going based off of. So a couple hours after he dropped us off at the barracks, we heard the scream. So I was wondering if anyone had seen Conrad in that period.
Okay.
Or like the last time anyone has seen him.
Okay. Alicia would pipe up at this for to basically both Etienne and Conrad were on watch. Etienne down here and Conrad upstairs. The rest of us were in our quarters.
All right, then I shall pass my question on to Etienne. What did you see tonight? Anything?
I was making food in the kitchen.
While you were on watch, Dazzler kind of raises his voice a little bit, kind of makes himself look a bit bigger.
Yeah, see, I spilled beet juice on myself. As he kind of motions towards his white shirt, which has an oddly pinkish red stain.
Lorelai's just kind of smirk a little, just a little bit, and point to the girl, the leader, and to be like, I need to talk to you outside. Follow me. And then just, oh fuck. Just move out here. Oh my god, this door. What the hell?
Door's closed.
Oops.
Oh, sorry.
Left click it
That's
to
what it
open
was. And just kind of walk around the corner here.
it. She closed the door behind her.
Dazzler is gonna. Oh,
Oops,
sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
He's just gonna press a little bit more as soon as they leave. So you're telling me that you were on watch with the other person that was on watch upstairs. That person is dead with bloodstains on them, with puncture holes, and you went to the kitchen, leaving your watch to wipe off stains off your shirt.
No, I went to make myself food. You can go check it out if you like. My mess is still in there. I didn't have a chance to clean it up.
Why were you cooking on your watch?
I was hungry?
How long ago was this when you were in the kitchen?
Just before the screams. My sandwich is still in there on the counter.
I see. So you didn't happen to see Renata's go upstairs, did you?
No. At this point, we're gonna transition.
Yep.
To Lorelai and Alicia.
Alright. As soon as we are outside, Lorelai's just gonna turn to her and be like, I don't know how much you know about the vampires, but who have you seen never eat, or someone you've never noticed at dinners, or something strange about their eating habits? Someone who may not eat a lot, they're picky eaters, things of the sort.
An excellent question. Typically, everyone eats their entire meal. It seemed like everyone ate their meals this evening when we came inside. Perhaps a closer inspection.
Do that. There's definitely that will definitely help us find who it was.
We could also run a different test. That in mind. Follow me. And she
Well,
opens the door and heads back inside. And straight over to the kitchen.
Come on, stupid internet.
Okay.
I'll get there eventually.
Yep. You guys see the two of them come back into the room. Lorelai and Alicia head into the kitchen. Lorelai, this place it's a mess right now. It looks like someone came in here and just made an absolute mess of the vegetables, and like there's sliced tomatoes all over the place. There's meat piled up on a plate, as well as a couple of slices of bread and a finished sandwich on a plate, actually. And she says, "Come, let's make food for the lot. See if anyone wants to eat."
Menial task, what fine. Lorelai's just going to.
It was your
Start
idea.
It was my idea to ask you who hasn't eaten, not to make food.
Well,
This was
I don't remember who's eaten and who hasn't. Everyone seemed to finish their plate earlier.
Let's hurry up then.
So you prepare just a small plate of meats, basically, and bring them back out to the table. And she shares the plates around to everyone, including the three of you. It's been brought to my attention that apparently vampires don't like to eat. Now you must all eat. And she kind of just stands there and watches everyone.
I'm going to make a note that while I can put food in my mouth, it doesn't really do anything. As I've explained to the commander upstairs, if anybody wants to know what kind of, I guess, undead I am, he lowers his sleeve again and just knocks on his arm and then knocks on the table to try and make a sort of similar sound. And basically says, I am a Winchellkind. I cannot turn into a vampire, but nor can I eat.
There's just like a light murmur across the table.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and people begin to eat.
Dazric is going to not eat right away and is going to watch everyone to make sure. It's just basically like he's more concerned with what everyone else is doing. He is going to grab a piece of meat and eat it slowly, but more watching everyone else.
Yeah,
Roll
Lorelai
me-
kind of does the same thing.
Roll me perception.
Actually, and I will say, I'm going to be paying specific attention to Etienne.
Grim is going to do the same, but with specific attention to Renatus.
Lorelai's just looking around. She doesn't have anyone in mind.
Okay.
Everyone's equally. You said perception?
Mm-hmm.
I'm so not perceptive.
None of us
that
are.
was on a 19. Son of. I'm using my inspiration point.
Absolutely.
Oh, actually, yes, that's a good point. I'm going to use mine as well.
Please.
By all means.
Well, you use yours first, and let's see. So I don't want to waste 2 inspiration points on this if we don't need to.
Oh,
Oh,
that was almost a one.
It was indeed, and I would have been very happy. As you look around the table, 2 things strike your attention. We'll take both of your rolls. Your first roll of the 6 was you getting a little bit zoned in on Etienne for a moment. as you watch him tear this meat apart like someone who has never eaten a day in their life.
Jesus.
Matter of moments, and he's got the plate completely gone. And then you kind of snap to, and you're just like, well, okay. Interesting. And you begin to scan about the room. Alicia is the first one you notice. Didn't fix herself a plate.
Okay.
As you scan the rest of the room, Merch is just kind of taking small bites, but making their way through the meal. Renatus, likewise. Except he has not taken his eyes off of you the entire time. He is just staring you down and just like chawing into the meat, tearing it off, and chewing it aggressively in your direction. Anatole is like kind of got his hand on his cheek, and he's just kind of holding, you know, kind of like, he's just holding the kind of holding the meat in front of his mouth, but kind of covering his mouth at the same time, and he'll pull it away and make some chewing noises, and eventually his eyes will kind of meet yours, and he just kind of looks down and starts to put the meat back in his mouth and tears a piece off and is chewing.
Okay.
Interesting.
I'm going to look to Lorelei. Lorelei, can I speak to you for a minute?
Nola just nods her head. And just kind of what? Are you going outside?
Yeah, I want to go outside the door.
Meanwhile, Grim is going to take
didn't mean
his
to do
plate
that.
of food and scooch close to the commander and basically say, may as well not let this food go to waste, and hands her the food.
She kind of looks at it, makes a little bit of a face, and just, no thank you. The thought of eating right now is just not where my brain is.
Suspicious.
Well, it'll be there for you. I do want to confer with my group as well. I will see you shortly.
Oh,
She slides it across to Etienne at this point,
Suspicious.
and he just digs in.
Grim, kind of, as soon as he's through the door, rushes in, kind of shakes their shoulders, completely interrupting any kind of conversation that it could have been having, and tells them, the commander doesn't want to eat.
Huh.
Yeah, I know. That's what I came to tell Lorelei. She didn't fix a plate for herself.
Oh, well, I gave her one, and still she refused to eat.
Huh.
Well,
Interesting.
the main reason I wanted to talk to you, Lorelei, is how much do you know about the undead creatures in general, vampires and other?
I mean, I have a pretty good knowledge about a lot of these things. You know, I do dabble with into this, the undead a little bit. So I have a more superior knowledge than the common folk, yes? What is it you need to know?
Well, I'm wondering if it's possible that whatever killed Conrad was his name?
Mm-hmm.
Conrad, yeah.
Whatever killed Conrad, is it possible it wasn't a vampire?
No, that was most definitely a vampire.
Okay.
More than likely, all the vampires outside would also concur with what she's saying. I imagine if it was just a random attack, there wouldn't be any gathering outside the window.
Well, I mean, This is a pretty big building. It's known to be a stronghold for vampire slayers. So,
Yeah.
however,
Maybe. Could be coincidence, but also
I
could be something.
I do not think it is in this case, though.
Oh, we also must remember where we are. Logic may not always follow here.
So
Absolutely.
the commander. It was the commander's idea to make a plate for everyone. So
And yet not
I am
for
suspicious.
herself. It's interesting.
that is definitely very unusual.
Well, I am
Uh,
most suspicious of Etienne, personally. However, if you are sure that it is a vampire that caused those wounds, I'm pretty confident he's not a vampire, so...
Positive that it was a vampire.
You two can continue to discuss. I'm gonna make sure we're not too suspicious out here and join everyone once again. Excuse me. And he goes back inside. Closing the door behind him.
Well, I think then the most likely candidate then is Alicia. Anatole, I know for sure Murch and Renatus, they were eating. They weren't eating quickly, but I think everyone is just nervous. Anatole is playing with his food a little bit, but I don't really know if I would call it overly suspicious.
My suspicion lies with the captain this time.
I agree, but I'm going to keep... I think you and Grim will probably handle that. I'm keeping a close eye on Etienne for personal reasons.
When
Personal reasons interrupt what we are doing here. Remember, this is just a dream.
I am very well aware of what this is. I just don't think 3 people keeping an eye on one person is very smart when there are other suspicious people here as
True.
well.
But don't you... The way you are talking is we will only be keeping an eye on 2 people. Remember that. Not just Etienne you need to worry about.
Of course.
while Grim has gone into the scene, the first thing he's going to do, he's going to talk to the commander and basically say, Alicia, for the purposes of figuring out what happened, if there's anything you can tell me about vampires, I assume you probably know the most out of everybody here, being here as long as you have. Please let me know any details of markers of any kind for vampires.
They can honestly hide in plain sight. It's unfortunate. There's not much I can give you past that.
I think at this point, unless Lorelai has anything else, like that's probably
Lorelai's gonna walk back in, and
Yeah.
As soon as Lorelai does, where's the captain? She's gonna walk right over here. Is there a plate of food like close to me at all?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Lorelai,
go to the other side.
Okay.
Lorelai's gonna grab a single piece of meat and get like right up in the captain's face. Not necessarily in the face, but kind of assertively like, now it is your turn, you have not eaten yet. How can you expect your people here to trust you when you have not eaten?
Roll
And
me,
just gonna hold the piece of meat out to her.
roll me an intimidation. Actually, are you trying to persuade or intimidate?
Either or, honestly.
Okay, pick one.
Persuasion.
Excellent.
Oh,
Charisma.
Lorelai. Okay, here's the thing. Lorelai is like is real blunt, but her charisma's 19.
Yep.
She just kind of looks at you. I'm really not hungry, but if it satisfies your curiosity, I was asleep. And I'm not wearing any armor. But if this is
I
what
do
you
not-
insist, she takes
It
it
is what I insist.
and she just rips a piece of the meat off, chews it, like she is making a lot of like that face, the face you make when you're eating something and you just feel sick to your stomach, but you have to eat it anyway.
Swallows it. Swallow.
And she does. But she is visibly like uncomfortable with the whole situation.
Lorelai's gonna keep a real close eye on her now.
Your passive perception, and Grimm's for that matter. When you walk back in the room, everyone's plate is still on the table, except for Anatol's.
Where's Anatole?
He's still there, but his plate is not.
Alright, I'm gonna turn to Anatole. And where is yours?
I brought it back into the kitchen.
Lorelai's gonna grab another piece of meat and just like fling it over in front of him. Eat.
I did already. I can't eat
Do
anymore.
not care. You can certainly suffer one more bite to prove your innocence, no?
I would eat
Otherwise, I'll just.
already.
Otherwise, I will just start killing people left and right. If you don't eat, then I will kill you. Simple as that. If you're a vampire, then good. If not, then we cannot take the chance. No.
Grim is going to put his head in his hands.
I don't think we need to escalate the violence.
I mean, there's already a man dead. Is not your comrade, no? Would you not want to figure out who killed him?
I don't know. I was asleep. I don't know
I
what
don't
else
know
to
that.
say.
I don't know who was asleep and who was not. I was on an entirely different floor. You're making an awful big deal about one simple little bite.
Yes, because I
I'm
have
not
already
asking you to
eaten and I
eat-
don't want to eat anymore. You're
I
making
am
me
not
upset.
asking you. I am not asking you to eat an entire pig.
He just grabs the meat, rips a piece off, and just starts chewing on it.
Swallow.
He makes a big gulping noise, as if he's swallowing.
Is he? Did he look more or less upset than the captain?
He's irritated at the moment.
See, why is that so hard? You being a big baby.
As you turn your attention back to the rest of the table, Alicia is getting more and more upset at as time goes on, and says,
Like angry or like ill?
upset, just sad. Well, we're clearly not getting anywhere with this.
No, we're not.
Our
Where
meeting is opened.
where were
It's
you
giving
all
me some idea.
when Conrad was murdered?
Sleeping, no?
Us three were in the room.
Well, we go around the room. Where were you when Conrad was murdered? As she looks to Etienne. He just, again, puts his hands up. I was in the kitchen. I was making a sandwich. And then I heard the scream. I don't know what else to tell you.
I mean, I did see the sandwich with my own eyes, no? When I was in the kitchen, so.
She turns to Murch, who's kind of reluctant to speak up. She's just kind of staring at the table.
Well, I think we can eliminate one fairly quickly. I believe, Alicia, you mentioned that Merch was too young to take the Igor, so she should still have a pulse, if I'm correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Would Lorelai know whether or not vampires have pulses? Is that something that's well known?
Yeah, they don't.
They don't? Oh, okay.
And they've already said that they're undead, which is not necessarily vampire, but undead.
Yeah, okay.
So somebody with flesh could they please check Merch's pulse?
Meow. And Lorelai kind of just like You know, like how you beckon someone with 2 fingers?
Just to confirm, are these guys undead?
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't think they were.
Some of them are. I misspoke earlier when I said all of them were. Renatus, Anatole, and Alicia are the only ones who have actually undergone the oath. So they are the 3 undead. Etienne and Murch are technically... Etienne, Murch, and Conrad technically were not undead.
Okay, so instead, like with that mistake in mind, Grim is going to bring up that point to check everybody's pulse, and anybody who has a pulse has to be innocent instead.
Okay. Well, you guys take Etienne's and Murch's pulse, and they are in fact both still human.
Right, you guys are obviously have pulses, so you're good.
Murch is very much like kind of taken, like she's just staring down at her feet at this point and just kind of not saying much.
And what is wrong with you, little one?
Meanwhile, if someone wants to take the pulse of my friends as well, they could try me, but I've already explained why I don't have one.
They in turn take, just to confirm.
Okay.
Obviously neither of you are the vampires. You guys know that.
Yes.
Plot twist.
Joke's on you, bitch! No.
Oh.
And then
Not.
she turns her attention to Renatus, who is visibly angry. And he just snaps back and says, "Yeah, I found the damn body. You think I snitched on myself? I was on patrol."
Hold
Why
on.
would you? Why would you be on patrol when we already had 2 men, one down here and one upstairs?
I was taking over for Conrad.
Well, why would you take over for Conrad unless you knew something was wrong with him?
You guys can roll insight.
Insight, where are you?
Fuck yeah!
Fuck yeah!
Yeah!
I like it.
You almost rolled that to an oof, and that would have been really funny.
Grim, you have a way of spotting when someone is full of shit.
Excellent.
And you call them
So-
out on it.
So, from my understanding, nobody was upstairs but us 3. I was awake. Then Conrad was patrolling. You, from my understanding, went to take over his patrol when I assume Etienne can confirm that there shouldn't be anyone taking over in the middle of the night. So the only person that was with Conrad was you. And you were one of the 3 without a pulse.
Seems pretty convenient to me.
He kind of deflates a little bit, and he just lets out a long sigh. Okay. You want to know the truth?
Obviously.
Nazar's gonna try, like, kind of ready himself at this point, like, ready to pounce.
The truth is I didn't leave the floor. I followed you all up, and I spent the night watching you, because I don't trust you. And as a
Feeling
result
is
of this,
mutual.
I missed the murder of one of my best friends. So I blame you.
Well, that seems kind of stupid, seeming it was you watching us because of your distrust.
He just kind of
No.
grunts at this.
In that case, then you can explain exactly a timeline where one of us was missing. And I'll see whether or not your story checks out. Because I will tell you that one of us was missing for an indiscriminate amount of time. But I also know they didn't leave the room. So can you tell me how long?
You
Uh,
spent your time talking about something. I don't know what you're arguing about, but you were speaking about something when your friend disappeared.
How
Several-
long was he gone?
Several hours. When he came back, he fell to the floor.
Interesting.
Lorelai's just gonna look over at Grim and just kind of shrug.
So, in this, you're telling the truth. So, knowing that suspicious activity, why would you stop watching us and go out into the hallway?
Honestly,
Make the-
the real reason I was coming downstairs to get Alicia.
For what purpose?
To rat us out, obviously.
To tell them that one of you had disappeared.
Interesting.
Or potentially had the ability to teleport. I have no idea. But, nonetheless, I am not responsible for murdering one of my best friends.
Well, at this point, we've narrowed the suspect list down to 3, correct? Seeming that there's only 3 of us without a pulse.
From my understanding, yes.
Lorelai, what's another way to weed out a vampire? Other than food. Let's put them through the tests.
I mean, if there was sunlight, that would be a pretty fucking easy way.
Well,
They
there's
all laugh
never
when you
sunlight.
say that.
Yeah.
Grim kind of like, Daz was like kind of about to correct him, and then sees level and I was like,
I fucking loved it. Running water. I mean, they can't be near running water.
Do you have any running water here?
I mean, we can make running water, no?
We, can we?
I mean, just get a bucket, throw it on the floor. Is running water, no?
Not quite.
Lorelai doesn't know, man.
You can try.
Yeah, I think we should try and get a bucket. Is there any? Lorelai is I'm gonna look over to Grim and Daz, be like, keep an eye on these people. I'm heading to the kitchen. And Lorelai's just gonna
Mhm.
head into the kitchen, look for any, like a bucket and some water.
You find a large barrel full of water.
Easy enough. Oh, excuse me. It's like the one time I didn't take the fucking what was it, Themantry or whatever it is, where you can just like
I
move
know, I was
water.
thinking
And I
that.
think this is literally the first time I've ever picked a character that doesn't have it. Like,
Literally, my other character controls water better than anybody else.
all right, Lorelai's gonna poke her head around. Actually, she's gonna try and lift it up first.
Yeah, it's like half full, so it's not a lot of water, but it's a bit.
Yeah, she's going to bring it out and tell the 3, be like, the 3 of you without pulses, line up.
They'll stand up over by the door.
Grim is going to stand literally right next to the door, in between them and the door.
Yeah,
Yep.
Dazik's also going to move into position here, like on the other side of them.
They all look terrified at this point.
And Lorelai is just going to, the best of her ability, kind of like slosh the bucket so that it like goes this way. Like the water will just like go in front of them, like over towards Daz.
Mhm.
And just like splash the water and across the floor. And hope that works!
As you toss the water and it flows across the floor and it touches the feet. That's what we're going to call it for tonight.
Dare you!
Oh, it's so
Oh, that's
mean.
Saw that coming soon.
Yeah, I know it's getting that time, but still.
So, last note. Water cliffhanger.
Folks, thank you so much for watching today's episode. I hope you had as good a time as we did. Party just threw a bucket of water on the floor. We'll see what happens with that in the next one. We'll see you guys in episode 6. And honestly, what a banger. See you later.